Welcome back to another Seedle production. I'm Tim, your LMS specialist, and today we're going to talk accommodations, exceptions, exemptions. Oh my. Let's get started. First, we're going to take a look at our roster. We're going to tackle accommodations at the course level, and I have myself in here as a student, and I'm going to click on the three dots, and you can see accommodations and member information. I'm going to go to accommodations, and here's where at the course level where it will affect everything within my course. I can adjust the due dates and I can adjust the time limit. If I go in here, I can go into the due date accommodation, and that will open it up so that students will never have their work marked late. And that goes for any assignment, assessment, anything that is created within the course. If I'm looking for more of a time limit accommodation, I can go in here, and then based off of what accommodation may be listed, I can add on extra time. So this is a little misleading. We're going to assume that they're starting with 100% time already. So if it's supposed to be time and a half, I'm going to add another 50% of time here. If it's unlimited, then I just go ahead and check that. And when I save this, you will see that now this student has an accommodation banner listed next to them here. Okay, so if they go in for anything, you're going to see that accommodation banner. Also, if you are outside of the roster and if you're in your gradebook area and you look at that particular student, you will see the accommodation there as well in the form of that purple banner. And I believe you can click in there, and when you click on the student, you can go to accommodations at the top right here, and it will show you the accommodations listed for that particular student. And that's a quick setup for accommodations here. That takes one of the things. And now taking a look at exceptions here, I'm going to close out of this, and I'm going to go to one of my items here where, you know, the student had an effort on this, and I want to make an exception to the rule. So I'm going to go to that particular assignment. I'm going to click on the three dots, and we go into exceptions. And in here you have a couple options. You can give additional time, or you can give additional attempts. Now there's no bulk way to edit this for a student so that it provides additional attempts across the board for all the assignments, but for this one assignment, this exception, I'm going to say that they have additional access to it, which you just have to put in a date here that is before the due date. So if I go back to July 3rd, what was I doing working then? Okay, and I make sure that I have a time before the due date, and then I say that I want to provide access up until the end of the semester here, and then maybe I want to also allow multiple attempts on this. So let's get it right before the end here, and then I go ahead and save that. Now that particular assignment will have that exception recorded on it. You will see that exception over here. Okay, that there are new attempts that are allowed. That student will be able to go back in now and redo that. Now, in a similar fashion here to the exception, I'm going to do an exemption. And this again is an item by item thing. I'm going to go into the three dots. The student did not perform well this particular day, and I'm going to kind of strike this test from the list because it wasn't a good representation of what they can actually do. I'm going to exempt the grade, and then I'm going to say save. Now that I've exempted that, you can see their current grade here is changed pretty dramatically because this is no longer in the count. I'll switch that back here so that the exemption is turned off, and you're going to see how that grade changes back. So with that in there, they drop to an AB. Again, not a really good attempt, so let's go ahead and exempt this. Put it back in, and you can see their grade improves dramatically here from that. Now, those are obviously unique situations here. Accommodations, exemptions, and exceptions. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time.